Princeps Tyrus reporting. Prepare for video inload. Greetings, Legio Rex. This is Princeps Tyrus of the Warlord Titan Kingdom under Mars. This is History File Inload number 0001. We will be going into the sequestered files given to us by Fourth World Eutubius. Your instructor will be my Moderati and Tech Priest. Princeps Tyrus out.
Legio Rex, this is Moderati Lucio of Warlord Titan Kingdom under Mars. I have sorted through many of the corrupted files from the sequestered archives with the help of Tech Priest Talios. Most of what we put together has been captured by data banks of the Xenos Necrons.
Be warned that this file has a 12% likeliness of propaganda to spread the ideals of the Necrons. However, we have gained the permission of the Forge World of Mars to proceed with this training, as it might prove invaluable to our tactics when we face the Necrons on a future walk.
Thank you, Tech Priest Talios. According to the archives, we can estimate the time of these events take place 60 million years prior of our current events in the 40th millennia. These disgusting Xenos Necrons, known back then as the Necrotier, lived on an arid desert world. Their local star was incredibly unstable and frequently lashed at the planet with solar flares, causing a cancer to develop amongst the Xenos population.
According to the Magos biologists, these Xenos will be lucky to live to the age of 30 or 40 planetary revolutions around their sun, before succumbing to the cancerous tumors that infected their flesh bodies.
The Necrotier encountered a species of unknown origin, but each individual was an incredibly powerful psyker, and as a civilization had the power to create other Xenos races like the Eldar, along with lifespans that can be counted by not years, but millennia. The dying civilization of Necrons begged the Old Ones to cure them of their illness and grant them immortality.
The Old Ones denied to share their power with what to them was the upstart young flesh species. Enraged, the Necrotier began looking for other ways to gain immortality. This is when a scientific survey craft that was scanning their homeworld's star noticed gas clouds moving with purpose through the solar flares.
The Necrotier realized that these clouds had power that surpassed the Old Ones, but with no way to store knowledge. They were no more than just animals. The Necrotier, thinking they can use the clouds' power, lured as many as they could into metal machine bodies.
These bodies had cogitator brains that gave these gas entities knowledge to focus their power. Instead, however, of these powerful machines known as the Gatan serving the Necrotier, the Gatan became false gods to the Xenos. The king of the Necrotier Xenos race approached the Gatan and asked for immortality. A Gatan false god came before the king, told him what to do.
The Xenos constructed great furnaces that would give their weak bodies immortality. The Necrotier threw themselves into the furnaces that would make a salamander cringe. And when they stepped out of the forges, they were all machines, their souls ripped out of their consciousness.
However, these aren't the blessed machines that we aspire to in the Mechanicus. They were nothing more than abominable intelligences controlling servitor bodies. Their soul was devoured by the Gatan, and the false god known as Deceiver was said to laugh so hard it was heard throughout the Immaterium. The Gatan realized that they would run out of Necrotier souls to feast on, so they looked for more delicious souls. The Old One's spirits had ripened from old age and could fill the Gatan with boundless energy.
Thus the Gatan took their Necron slave army and waged war across the galaxy on a scale that wouldn't be seen again until the Great Heresy.
This lasted countless years, with the old ones making the Xenos corpse to fight against the metal tide. But finally, the Eldar Xenos were humble, and the old ones were gone. The Korks were blasted into Stone Age. The Catan were bloated from the feast, and the Necrons were tired. The opening acts of the war in heaven was over, but there was still more death on the horizon.
This concludes today's incanting of the war in heaven. We will continue later with the next incantation. Keep your manifolds tuned for our next broadcast. Praise be to Omnisaya. That's all.
This is Tech Priest Toyus of the Blessed God Machine Kingdom under Mars. Subscribe to join the Titan crews of Legio Rex and appease machine spirit by leaving a like on this video. May the Omnisire guide your next walk.